Right now, though, they just need to get 2 first downs, get out of this hole, and use the field position.
2nd and 7. That's there in time for Waller. Diggs almost jumped in front, got another pick. He had 12 pressures last week on Patrick Mahomes. Here's a first down pass play. Down the middle they go, and it's there. That's Deshaun Jackson tiptoeing for the touchdown. They look down the sideline, and they say he did not step out.
So get the ball to Zeke different ways. Handoff, play action, handoff, handoff.
Handoff it is. Handoff it is, and he moves the pile for a first.
It's exactly.
Noah Brown's onto the field as an extra receiver, and there's a completion to Brown.
Denver, Kansas City, they got their hands on these receivers and made it really physical at the line of scrimmage.
Elliott. It's a full yard to go. And he's going to follow a blocker. Play action and rolling out with it. He's got his man. It is Cedric Wilson. And a Cowboy.
Zeke's foot's a little banged up. You know, this time of year, Howard might get a few more touches today.
2nd and 5. Lofton the ball. And into the end zone is McKeon for a Cowboy touchdown. Yard screen and decided not to challenge it, so it's in the books now. Incomplete. 3rd and 8. Carr straddling the scrimmage line, shaking off a hit, and
these defensive ends, you've got to have a plan. You got to chip them. They did with the defensive end there.
From the end zone on 3rd and 13, all kinds of time, and it's incomplete.
I don't think you should be the only one covering him. Someone should come down. That safety better get down there.
Carr over the head. Oh, they got a flag. Trying to hit Edwards.
Pass interference. Defense number 30. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Cowboys blitzing. Carr unloads. Got the first down to the 35.
If you don't have him doubled with him, he's getting the ball.
Carr's looking at him. Then he's going to go long. Going to air it out to the end zone, and it's knocked down. Flag is thrown. Flag is thrown at the 5-yard line.
Defense number 30. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
Jackson in the slot to the left. They'll go Jacobs, and he'll go in virtually untouched for the touchdown. Breaking free into the secondary and across the 50. Ripping off a big run, Tony Pollard.
Well, back.
Holding. Offense number 63.
Goodness, that's a killer for the stadium.
Replay, first down.
Back at the 15 now. The Cowboys get it to Schultz.
I've seen one guy like that too. Is definitely more than you want, but
3rd and 10. That's dropped by Schultz. He would have had the first. In his career, he's always been a threat in the passing game. Well protected. Oh, and it's knocked down, but a flag again.
Holding. Defense number 7. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
For the Raiders this week on both sides of the football. And they got a flag flying on the snap. They've got a first down if it holds up.
It's hard to do, but Carr did it right there.
And first down. Looks up ahead and finds Waller, who breaks. Season changing.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Even better said.
Here's the first down. Setting up a screen. Jacobs able to get through one tackle and take it to the 20.
186.
On first down. Jacobs. He's got a quick 5 and more. 9.5 yards picked up. Carr rifles it. Oh, and just out of reach. No touchdown. And maybe it's a field goal. Carlson, 22 yards it is. Kick is good. Chip shot.
Figuring out.
There's Prescott completing it to Gallup. And Gallup has 5 helmets. 5 receivers for Prescott. 5 rushers, and it goes incomplete. Oh, that was Perriman who got flagged. Ooh. Missed a PAT in the first. Here's the kick from 59, and it hits the upright.
Oh, that'd be good for 70.
Oh, it was halfway up the pole.
And all of a sudden, you got a chance to take a shot downfield. They're good at this. Let's see if they catch him.
2 of 4 on 3rd down. Got a flag down. Carr release. Great attempt by Zay Jones.
I think that's actually a great job by Dan Quinn.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Offense number 70.
If you're not helping on Parsons, 11. Good luck.
Goes to Renfro. Underneath. Renfro. To the Dallas 46. Lester Hayes in Oakland had 13 back in 1980, and Everson Walls with Dallas had 11 in 81, 40 years ago. Up ahead. Wilson shakes off the tackle. Abram rides him down, twists him down, but a big play for Dallas. Rich Podolsky has a book out about that magical time in the studio, led by Brent. And here's a handoff.
Touchdown would be feeling a lot better for Cowboy fans.
2nd and 7 over to Wilson, waiting for it. And he's at 11.
Got a lot of space at the bottom.
It's back to Pollard. Pollard trying to get the edge. Dives ahead, and but if they would have scored again, he kept it at 43, and maybe with 3 timeouts he could have done something. Here's the handoff, and it's an easy one for Elliott, and a touchdown.
They kind of know that, though, on the defense.
They're going that way. They're going that way, Tony. He has to break it outside, and that's not going to happen. And now the Cowboys' first snap of the second half. It's a good run by Pollard. Peels off about a 12-yard gain. Pollard, the running back, gets the handle and gets brought down quickly. Oh, what a nice play by Solomon Thomas. Waller for the Raiders. Cooper and Lamb for the Cowboys. And look at Carr connect. He's got Renfro with a big gain to the Dallas side of the 50. Tragic crash, but he said it has affected this team, and it will for a long, long time as Carr completes it to about the 30. Renfro again with the catch.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Of the day for the Cowboys. 2nd and 4.
That was the worst one. That was not a penalty.
Look at that, through a tiny opening. Jacobs able to get past. Mariota comes in for the 2nd time in this game.
There's Carr. Mariota, the backup quarterback.
1st and goal at the 3. Gonna keep it. Got an opening, and it's a touchdown for the Raiders. Makes perfect sense. Well, that old thing. Here's Pollard. Oh, look at Pollard. Turn it on. Carlson. He gets past him. Look at Pollard taking it for the touchdown.
Oh, my goodness. We talked earlier, coming out of halftime.
Make a play and never came close. Now for the 2. The toss. And Wilson is stopped by Abram.
Wow, that was all Abram. That's a great design. Kellen Moore, execution, everything was perfect.
3rd and 11. Carr feels the heat behind him, so he takes off. He's got open room. He easily has the 1st down. All the way to midfield.
This is where you could play man without Waller, right? And you double team the next best player, Renfro. Don't let him get the ball.
Carr throws it off his back foot, going deep. And we've got a flag. It was intended for Deshaun Jackson.
It's pretty close, I feel like, when I watched it down there, but that's
Pass interference.
That's called.
Defense number 30.
3rd and 6.
Well, they're lining up, playing everyone man. He's in the middle field. He's going to read the quarterback's eyes and see where he's going to go right away.
Over to Renfro. And he is not going to be able to out-battle Lewis for that 1st down yardage.
I thought it was Charles Barkley.
46 yards. Well, same school. And that looked pretty automatic. Buck 10 against the Giants. Here's a 3rd and 3. A pass incomplete. It was going to Wilson. Pressured by Crosby.
You see the motion. No one really runs with him, so you're getting a soft zone.
Jones makes the quick turn, pivots away from the defender, and slips through another tackle. What a nice play by Zay Jones.
He may have found something.
2nd and 7. Here he is, standing in the pocket, dumping it underneath. Look at the tackle broken by Kenyon Drake. Got away from Neal.
Denver beat the Cowboys. If you lose this, there's tiebreakers, all these things. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but that
they add up.
common opponents, they come in there at some point. Has a record worse than you. It's going to get tough because those top teams, they're going to continue to keep winning and only lose another 2 games max, maybe 3 at most. But most likely a team is going to go 4 losses, which I like. Get up, you know it's going to be tight, man, and you got to let it go.
Let it go to Gallup. Catches it over the shoulder, and the Cowboys are in business.
There we go. So they're in 3 zone.
Prescott goes screen. Blocker in front. And Elliott has another 1st down. Right in behind Connor McGovern.
Usually Dallas likes to go ahead and drop back and throw.
Here's Prescott. End zone. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz. We got a flag. And a conference back at the 20-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. There's 6 guys on the line.
There were 2 fouls by the offense on the play. Illegal formation, number 77. This penalty's declined. Holding, number 77. This 10-yard penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the previous spot.
Back at the 17, 3rd and 13. To Pollard. He's out of bounds at about the 12.
You got to kick
it here.
4th and 7.
Still got 12 minutes to go. 29 yards out, and that kick is good.
This will go a long way to showing who you are and how much you've improved over the course of your career.
Comes out passing on 1st down. Zips it complete. And again, Deshaun Jackson stepping up today. Makes that catch in front of Anthony Brown.
At least they're being semi-fair, right? I mean, that's fair.
Pretty close.
Each fan on each side is like, no, it's not.
That's not fair. What game are you watching? 1st and 20. Wide open. It's Renfro. Tackled at the 15.
Got to make sure right here no one gets down the field in that middle area.
It's Renfro. Cutting, trying to find a way to create some room. He's down at the 10, the 12. So this will be a 30-yard attempt for Carlson. Cole on the hold, and that kick with another marker down.
Ooh, you got a ton of space up top right here.
Yeah, Trufant was late to get over there. Prescott brought down. That is Ngakoue getting the Raiders' first sack of the game.
Actually stunned the Cowboys here today.
2nd and 8. And that's a nice, again, turnaround pivot move by Zay Jones. That's twice that's worked.
Away from it very quickly.
It's where he used to like to go to Waller, who's out for the game. Now he's going deep. Going deep, a rainbow that falls incomplete. Tony engineered that comeback from 14 down to 2013 against the Raiders. Here's Prescott's pass again, just like what we saw earlier in this half. Gallup over the shoulder.
Take what they give you, but be aggressive.
From the 32, 2nd and 9. Down the field they go, and it is a touchdown to Dalton Schultz.
Aggressive they were. Split safety means the safeties are wide, and Dalton Schultz is one-on-one right down the middle on Perryman. When running it, Jim, they score all the time. When they pass it, no. So you should run it.
Going for the tie.
But they're not going.
Fakes, throws. It's Schultz again, and this game is tied at 30. Comes out firing. Lofts it. Wide open. It's Deshaun Jackson. He falls down at the 45. But got another flag down.
This will be on the Cowboys for sure. There's only 2 men. It's probably Anthony Brown. I'm going to say it's 30. Well, you got man-to-man coverage. So you're going to pick out some of your best players. You got to go across the field. Stuff going right across the field.
Here's Carr. Across the middle. No flag intended for Moreau. Again, Parsons was creating havoc in the backfield. Carlson, kick. And it is good.
Oh, my gosh. What a game.
What a kick.
Get to a good play here, and if you're on the side of the Raiders, be aggressive. Now you can try and make this into a one-play game.
Oh, and some pass. Raiders went for the interception, and it's caught instead by Gallup. Here's Dak. Down the middle. No flag.
Oh, my goodness. They ran the one-on-one coverage again.
Here's the kick from 45 for the tie. Zerline delivers.
This is a huge play for the Dallas Cowboys.
Here's the pressure. Forces Prescott to roll out. Throws. And it's incomplete.
Of all the great throws Dak has had today.
2nd and 2.
Dak with all those big-time throws in the 4th quarter, and then misses one there.
Look at this. Breaking it into the secondary. It's Jacobs to the Cowboy 49.
And they need him to have a big play right here.
2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 from the 50. Carr in trouble, and the Cowboys get to him. It's once again Parsons. Just set the Cowboy rookie record for sacks. Watch Jackson on the near side. Carr was looking at him. Now he goes the other side. Down the field to Zay Jones. That's going to generate another flag on Anthony Brown for the 4th time today. He's flagged for pass interference.
Bigger than that.
Pass interference. Defense number 30.
Oh, my goodness. Did he get it?
Nope. He's going to be a couple yards short as Diggs loses his helmet. And it's only going to be about a 34-yard kick. Oh, and a whistle first. He absolutely drilled that kick.
Oh, timeout, Cowboys, I'm guessing.
Before the snap, false start. Offense number 75.
Carlson, the biggest kick of his career. Cowboys come busting across.
Unabated to the quarterback. Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 29.
This is becoming like a dance step for him for the 3rd time, standing over it.
Just wiped off sweat, Jim. Oh, no.
Again, the Cowboys jumped. Ball hits the upright. Again with Goodwin going early.
Before the snap.
And that'll be a first down.
To the kicker, number 29, defense. This 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Oh. Wow. As both teams have so much on the line with one kick. Here we go. This time for real. And it is delivered. Good. The Raiders win it.
It was for real that time. You were right.